Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, New England representing. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's up, man? Jesus Shuttleworth, the guy, K Go artist, Lauderdale boss, LB. You know what it is. Rain Game Radio, Monday night, boxing, previews, reviews, all that good shit. Let's get it. RainGameRadio.com. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang House forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You know who this is? Your boy King People. They can box in the building. Ring Game Radio all day. Let's go. Monday night boxing. We raw.
Son.
Let's get it.
Hey, so who's banned from the bodega this week?
Honestly, I was gonna say I didn't have any bannings, but now I'm getting pissed off because I go on these on Twitter and all these motherfuckers that are fucking crying because they want to defend Opatai. Why do you have description? Like, yo, shut the fuck up. Stop caping for this man. He made his decision and now he's got to live with it. Bro, we knew this was gonna happen. So the fact that we knew this and he didn't, and he's the fucking fighter, that's a problem. So I'm not feeling sorry for this dude. So well, he lived with his decision. Stop crying and making excuses for him. Fuck out of here.
Shit. Yeah, neither am I, bro. Because it's like, you chose to sign to Zuffa. You know what they were doing. You know what the IBF would do. So, nigga, they did it. So it's like you got your ring belt. So
he might be getting that strip too. I heard.
Yeah, he can't catch a break
because he ain't fighting in the top 5 of the ring. And then guess what? Ain't gonna be no. Basically, him versus FA at Jogba for the Zuffa heavyweight title. Let's get it.
He
talking about he want to be undisputed, and I guess there was he posted a picture of him cropping out the Zuffa title, and I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear that from you. It sounds like you fucked up. Oh well, too bad.
Yeah, that's what happens. Like, you know what you have to do.
So Zerto Benavidez is going to be for undisputed cruiserweight then.
There's some rumors that the belt, because WBC trying to get the piece of the pie and put a belt in the line, so the two Zerto's bodies are trying to act like, no, the belt's not going to be in the line if WBC is trying to do too much. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, of course. But I
don't know if you heard the rumor that it might not be on the line, which is kind of pointless, right? If there's no titles on the line for that fight.
Yeah. The WBC is always trying to do too much, but hey, that's what they said. That's what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, I mean, they have a champion anyways, but that champion is like, you gotta make him fight somebody. So it's like, if you want the money, you gotta get the guy on the card, the same card as Zerto and fucking Benavidez, and see what you can do. But other than that, like, don't try to put it like in that same fight though. Like, nah. But I no sympathy for Jai Patel whatsoever. Like, that dude had, said he knew what he had to do, and he didn't, he didn't do it. So yeah, he has a Zuffa title now. He has a trophy belt. But yo, I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
It was Flies Conscious Pod, the West Coast Avenger, preparing for liftoff. Let's go. Ring It Radio Monday night.
Yes, sir. Conscious Pod stays elevated above the clouds. You dig? Yeah, no, but before we get into the boxing and everything like that, though, definitely got to acknowledge something, because this is definitely, someone from me and LB's kind of generation in terms of like martial arts and everything like that. Last week, passing of pretty much a legend, you want to call him that, probably the last of the true like martial artists out there, like the old school martial artists. Of course, to talk about none other than Chuck Norris. Now it's also kind of conflicting to like, giving him props, whatever, because his politics.
We know what type of time he was on.
Yeah, his politics were were awful for the most part. He had some real bad politics though. But as a actor and martial artist though, that motherfucker was in TV too, influential as fuck.
Ranger.
Yeah, I'm probably about the only nigga who didn't know about his politics. Like, I'm gonna assume niggas is like
they're all
Republican. I'm gonna assume a nigga that old is gonna be a Republican's conservative. So I'm not really
a white guy too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, unless he was like kill niggas type shit, then
he wasn't racist, he wasn't, but he was one of them really hardcore. I mean, LB, look at his movies that he made, bro. Like he's just, like you can tell, like he at least he lived what he talked about. Like, bro was,
because that's what I get it. Because I guess the point I'm making is like, as long as if a nigga ain't racist, I ain't got really nothing to say. Motherfucker could believe in whatever he believe in. He could vote for whatever they. Long as a motherfucker just ain't on no racist shit.
Well, let me ask y'all real quick. So, I mean, obviously I know Chuck Norris, but I grew up more seeing Steven Seagal in movies. So, did Steven Seagal kind of take his role in movies in terms of that?
Fuck no,
or they both around?
Not.
No, okay.
Hold on. No. We're not gonna compare Chuck Norris to that phony Steven Seagal. Fuck out of here.
How do you even bring him up? Like
the movie, when I was young, the movie seemed the same. Like every time I saw Steven Seagal or Chuck Norris, they were just one on.
Dog, that dude is the C. That dude is the CB4.
Their movies is nowhere near the same. The fuck?
Dog, that dude is the CB4 of martial artists. Stop bringing that motherfucker up.
So,
he still got a few classics though, but I'm just saying. But I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Seagal's run only lasted like maybe 4 years top.
Nah, he got some classics though.
But he has some absolute classics though. But
Under Siege 1, Under Siege 2. I think what's the one with the Jamaicans?
Mark for Death.
Mark for Death, and then I think was it Above the Law or Out for Justice? One of the other.
Well, both of them, nigga, both
of them. Yeah, you could say you can make a point for both, but I just named about like his father.
And
Hard to Kill. That one. Yeah, those are.
I mean, we just named like his only part. We just named like his catalog for like the important movies to see.
Yeah, like those were when Seagal was. When he was leaner, and could actually do his stunts without all the camera cuts and stuff like that. Chuck at least was able to drop some classics in 3 different decades, probably even 4, maybe. And he has. I mean, obviously, the most classic of his appearances is Way of the Dragon with Bruce Lee. Fighting in Rome. Like, I mean,
AKA Return of the Dragon.
Yeah, Return of the Dragon. Yeah, because in America there was always one Way of the Dragon, Return of the Dragon. It was always something with that. The name of those movies though. But I mean that was an absolute classic. And then he had some other classics in the 70s, Breaker, Force of One,
Force of One.
Yeah. And then you go into the 80s, the Octagon, Eye for an Eye, fucking Lone Wolf McQuade.
Okay.
Yeah. Silent Rage, MIA, and the MIA 1, 2, and 3, and Delta Force. Like, bro.
Delta Force, nigga.
Yeah.
Delta Force 2.
Yeah. Firewalker, nigga. Like
Firewalker.
And funny thing too is like one could say like he had like they were kind of repetitive and not really. Like some of them were just like they were military. Some of them were just like policemen, lawmen type of shit though. But all those movies fucking hit for whatever fucking reason. Like Chuck never decided that he wanted to be like a serious actor or just do dramatic. Like he stayed in his lane to make the movies he made.
And just kept making, and some of them were good movies, some were classics, some were cool, but he just kept making them. Fucking shit. I remember Sidekicks, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, Sidekicks is
that was our 90s, like that was the 90s. What's the you know what I'm talking about?
Karate Kid, yeah, 90s.
Yeah, that was the 90s Karate Kid for that era. Like,
yeah.
So it was cooler than Karate Kid as well, because overall.
Yeah, it was like like the better villain and not as
racist.
Yeah, not as racist as Karate Kid was. The old school Karate Kid movies were like. Yeah, like that.
You some random names tonight, boy.
Yeah, like I know that shit was like, damn, I wanted to go do some nunchucks and I wanted to learn forms. I wanted to do all that shit when I saw that movie. Like I was like,
Sidekicks was hard, man. It don't get enough credit, man.
It really don't.
It really don't. It had more of an authentic martial art feel than Karate Kid did. Like,
Yeah, because
Karate Kid was cool, but I always felt like it was corny. Like Cobra Kai is what made Karate Kid feel cooler now. Like,
yeah, and even Karate Kid, the reboot had paid Chuck a tribute too, like yeah. So it's like so they even knew what's up, yo. But yeah, Sidekicks was a hard movie, like even it wasn't supposed to be either, like.
And the fact when because I seen it in the theater when it was time for Chuck Norris, like when it came for Chuck Norris to fight and you didn't know he was going to fight, that part was like, oh hell no, like because because back in the day when they showed trailers for movies, they didn't give you the whole fucking movie in the trailer,
Right? Exactly.
So certain shit would just hit you like, oh snap, like really, like
yeah,
it was a real surprise type shit, like. So yeah, so that I thought that was dope, like to see that. Like, I guess the equivalent of that right now in this era would be, I think when they had Darth Vader on Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and that movie was fire without that, but that was just like having like it was written, and then you get like 3 of the firm tracks on the end of it, like you're like, oh word, like the fuck, like okay, like
word.
Yeah. That's the value, but yeah, man. Shout out to Chuck Norris or his family, his estate.
Yeah. LB, I read something because I know when you did your tribute, your dad tried to be an extra for on Lone Wolf McQuade.
Yes, yeah. A lot of people, like when I did his obituary, I was mentioning that a lot of people didn't even know, but yeah, my pops really did try to do acting, like when he was in Texas. I guess that's how my sister kind of gets it from, but she didn't even know that. Like, but yeah, he auditioned for several roles. Extra Lone Wolf McQuade was one of them.
That's what's
he
up.
knew. Yeah. He knew one of the guys in the movie. He used to go to go to their gym. I think it was Gold's Gym or something at that time, but. But yeah, it was like 1983. It's a little before I was born. The movie came out in 83, but this is obviously a little bit before I was born. But yeah. So yeah, so RIP my nigga Rodney, salute. But yeah, now he up there with all the other niggas that he always admired, and because he always spoke highly of Chuck Norris. So, and when you raised by niggas who do heavy into martial arts, like they speak of these niggas with reverence. So that's that's why I've always speak about them with reverence and great respect. And I don't really know too much about their outside dealing. I know more about like shit like Bruce Lee was a horrible driver type shit than the motherfucker's politics, like Jean-Claude Van Damme can't get through workouts. He's a prima donna or some like.
Yeah. No,
I used to read all the martial art magazines and shit he used to have. I still got them. So, like, that's the shit I knew about. I didn't know motherfuckers was like, oh, yeah, this guy, he said dude was a nigger on the set or something. Like,
well, no, thankfully, there isn't any racist, he doesn't say slurs. That's one thing that he did. He was just a hardcore Republican,
Yeah, and you know what? Like, remember, we from an era where, like, the way politics was, everybody did their own thing.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't this whole, like, everybody kind of intertwined with everyone. Like, you would go to school and some people, parents was like Republicans, some people Democrats, some people, but if you poor, black, whatever, or urban area, you around most people who's Democrats anyway, but you'll be around other prominent folks who in that Republicans, but you would still it wasn't like it is now, nigga.
Yeah, no.
Where it's people's personalities, like the honest Hank Hill, King of the Hill, was kind of showing you a little aspect of that shit, really.
Right.
So,
and like I said,
that's why I kind of look at it,
And no, I feel, and like I said with Chuck, though, like I mean, based on his like movies and stuff like that, it wasn't like he just said just to say. It wasn't like a buzzword. Like dude was really, it came out in his movies. Like Chuck was infamous because in his movies he didn't like risque stuff or love profanity. Bro absolutely hated that, but violence was just like it was just the way to solve an issue, and that's how he was portrayed it. which is the reason why some of his 80s movies, as violent as they were like PG, whatever, but maybe the rating probably needed an overhaul probably back then because none of them 80s movies of his were PG, not in the least. Like them shits were violent as hell.
Fucking Octagon.
Yeah, I'm saying like I think Lone Wolf McQuade was PG, nigga. Like that's why I'm just like this shit is crazy. Like I don't think it's like Missing Action that he actually got an R, and that movie deserved an R.
Yeah, Missing in Action was hard. One of my favorites was always Delta Force 2.
Yeah, Delta Force. Yeah.
That had a great the Colombian drug lord villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was hard. Yeah, like I might have to rewatch that.
Honestly, if you have Yahoo Movies, like if you have like that, like they made all of Chuck's movies like for free, like on there. I'm assuming not Yahoo Movies, like YouTube movies. If you have like a YouTube, you pay for like YouTube Premium and stuff like that. Like they have Chuck's movies out there for free. So I saw a whole bunch of them. I was like, God damn! Like I've never even seen some of these shits up here. They have sidekicks up. That's how I noticed. I was like, oh, okay.
Let me see what's going on. I have to watch that. Like, yeah, it's just so much should be out. Like you can't really, and then you got life as well. So it's hard to revisit certain classics. But then some shit you just gotta make a little time for, and
Yeah.
But yeah, salute to Chuck Norris. Big part of my growing up. Walker, Texas Rangers.
Oh yeah, can't forget Walker. Yeah, I mean, funny thing is too, that show was almost canceled before it started until they made it into a 2-hour movie, and then that got such like big positivity. Then CBS finally got on board, and that shit, like I said, that shit was probably like that was the last show along with Martial Law. Those are the last 2 CBS shows I watched religiously before I stopped watching CBS outside of watching football.
Nigga, that used to be the 1-2 Friday punch, nigga. The Martial Law and Walker, Texas Ranger, like you couldn't go wrong with that combo. Like,
no, you cannot. Like that. Them shit.
Like you'll wake up want to whoop somebody ass.
Yeah, like that's that. I mean, that shit. I mean, and that shit. And I mean, that show made him an honorary Texas Ranger because he did so much for that. Like, Chuck did.
Yeah.
And between that and also Chuck was also a legitimate like. Martial arts, like dude competed and everything. Like people don't have to like his politics, but when I hear people actually calling him a fake martial arts overrated, that's not Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris actually put in that work, like the
full contact.
Yeah, you can't be. Yeah, he not a phony at all. You got too much dip on your chip saying some bullshit like that.
Yeah, old school full contact, nigga. Like that old school, not just the point shit that. These niggas like were going at it.
Yeah, no, he got full contact type shit.
Yeah, and that dude lived 86 years and he was still sound of mind and he was doing that shit too, like in the 60s. Like that's not like that's a different breed of martial arts altogether. Most martial arts they don't have that. Don't have fights really. Like they skilled, but they never competed. You know what I mean? So it's
exactly. You got to go by the and that's why everybody always faulted Bruce Lee, but then he got so many damn word of mouth, real fucking street fights. So that was always the biggest conundrum what I always get because a lot of mixed martial art fans, UFC guys, always shit on Bruce Lee for never having competed. Right. But they'll be the first ones to tell you mixed martial arts is the best thing to use in a street fight. Right. But this shit on a guy who's the grandfather of their style, who pretty much practiced his style in real street fights.
Exactly,
against niggas who were actually trained to fight.
Yeah.
When you filming a martial art movie. And a nigga little brother come to the set talking about, hey, nigga, I want revenge because you fucked up my older brother and he shoot the fade with you. And he's been studying fighting for years and shit, nigga. Like I don't know. I think a fight like that weighs more than a damn real fight, unless you're talking about a fucking undisputed fight.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, okay, it's like the 2 best niggas in the world type shit, but I'm just saying.
Chuck was absolutely positively legitimate. Like, dude, I mean, created his own system of karate and everything. Like Like he was a lifelong martial artist. He's basically what a martial artist should actually be, always learning new styles and everything. And
best kicks in the world, man.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, I have to shut up the cameo in Expendable 2. Expendable 2 was the best of the Expendables.
Yeah.
His
that was
cameo,
peak Expendables. Yeah.
Yeah, his kill in Expendables 2 was the kill of the movie too. Like, yeah, he was wilding out.
Crazy cameo, like that shit. Like, because remember there was like rumors, like he's gonna be in it, like. Mm-hmm. And I think Arnold was in it too, right?
Yeah, Arnold, Bruce Willis, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Scott Atkins, like all the niggas.
No, them niggas had parts. I'm talking about like who they just threw in, like on some
right,
paying homage. Like Scott Atkins and Jean-Claude, like them niggas had roles in the movie.
But Chuck though, like that was a perfect cameo of so many different roles, and of course the Chuck Norris memes, which are now like infamous now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he always killed. They always killed those memes, man. Like,
but you never got tired of them though. That's the real shit. Like, because they were
never did, and you would always find out of a new one that you never heard before. Like every now and then you'll hear a new, like, damn, like. But Chuck Norris is badass enough where you could it's like low key, almost believable type shit. So you just let it go. Like it's just like. Yeah.
Even on Instagram too, because I remember I shared one too now, because now there's a whole bunch of AI stuff where they show Chuck pretty much beating up a whole bunch of Grim Reapers and shit like that, and stuff like that. And it's just like, and people just take it, well, that's what it is. Like that's a unique reputation that you're so badass, niggas think you can, you're death took you just so you can beat up on the Reaper and shit like that. So Chuck though, like Chuck was legitimate though, like and. Like I said, he made some classic stuff, movies, TVs, and everything like that. He was a classic martial arts man, and definitely rest in peace. Rest in peace to him, and condolences to his family and everything. So that dude was classic, absolute classic though. And like I said, there was nothing fake about that guy whatsoever. He was legitimate, extremely legitimate. But yeah, man, just had to go, give props to Chuck. So we got some boxing to recap. The first one was on Pro Box, with Lester Martinez and Emmanuel-Aleem. And I'll say this to my thoughts about this, because I was watching it along. I mean, I was paying more pay attention to the ammo fight. But from what I saw on the because I had my laptop, what I saw too, Lester Martinez is good, but I don't think he's like above and beyond everything out there. Like,
I have to put him below Lester, not Lester, fucking Oscar Iglesias, because I feel like those two are the two like silent killers, the two quote unquote boogeymen.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen Oscar look that. I don't say pedestrian, because I think he should have got Aleem out there, right? I mean, I watched both of them at the same. Why did Pro Box fucking milk it so long? Like in terms of like, they were taking long ass breaks with that shit.
They wanted you to choose between the main event on the Zone or Pro Box.
Yeah, that's what
y'all niggas chose.
Yeah, but I'll say this though, Pro Box, for whatever reason, they put some money behind. Like the build up was like insane for this, like people,
press conferences,
the conferences, and they weren't even like beefing. Like Aleem and Martinez were nothing but respectful to each other, but it seemed like Pro Box was like, okay, we got we spend some money, like we want this out there because it was on the West Coast, And
I'm not even mad about like them doing them acting like the vacant belt's the real belt, the interim. My bad. I'm just like I get it. I guess I get it. It's a little OD, but I get it. Sorry, Pat.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell, like, because Pro Box is starting to level up in so many different ways, and Lester Martinez, obviously, has been with them like for jump, like he's been in there, like he's had scraps on there before. So I would, and then Aleem though, like honestly, I'm like you, I thought Aleem would get bodied because Aleem is. I remember watching Aleem live at like in 2014, 2015 in Boston. On the undercards of PBC on the PBC cards, like I honestly, but he hasn't been on TV in a minute though. But I thought he got rid of him.
I remember LB. You guys remember the name Hugo Centeno? He slept him. he knocked him out cold. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I remember that.
He's not really a true 168er even. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't Centeno needed like a gift, like the decision shit to get out of a J-Rock fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was looking bad in that shit.
I think Jamal slumped him, or Jamel. One of the Charlos slumped him bad too. That's what he's known for to me.
Yeah.
But Aleem though,
But no, Aleem like got into the fight during the middle rounds, and that's when he kind of started looking better. But it was a good fight.
He didn't crack him late, like the championship rounds. He was cracking shit.
He was cracking them, yeah. But the thing is with Aleem, like there was times where Aleem could have really like
did more
when it was his turn.
And he wasn't doing it.
He didn't. He only started doing that in like the later rounds, and I was like, "Damn, you kind of letting the fight get away from you." Because I thought he won the first round. Right. Then Martinez started looking sharp and started piecing him up like with pot shots and just slipping, looking beautiful in there. Like, okay. And Martinez seemed like he was on his way to dominating him, but it seemed like Martinez got, I don't know if it's lazy or just not steadiness. Like you could box a solid game plan, like box and average like 60 punches a round type shit.
Right.
And it don't seem like he was doing that. Like he was having too many lag times in between his moments, like his offense. And in those moments, that's when Aleem was starting to come back. The only thing was Martinez was able to land a good, clean shot every now and then that would kind of win him the round again.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing that whenever it was getting too competitive or close.
He was not. He was his own little version of Manny Pac, like a little shoe shine towards the end to steal the round. He'd be kind of doing a little bit of
or he'll land like a good clean shot because his punches just look more dynamic than Aleem's. Aleem's his punches he'd have to surprise you with like the uppercuts or the hooks, or he would have to let his hands go and get combinations. Whereas Martinez, he'd land one nice good counter and it's like ooh, like because the effect like.
Right,
he was snapping old boy head back and shit.
Yeah, but in front of these two, Martinez can punch. I was actually surprised that he couldn't really put Aleem on queer suite, not even once. Like Aleem took them.
He buzzed him a couple times, but the thing is, Martinez fights like a guy. Like you know what? He's like a damn bigger Latino version of damn what's his name that we always fucking losing our hair over the fucking he would both them niggas.
Not Catterall.
Catterall, yes, him. Lester Martin. Like, look, Catterall's the full extreme.
Okay.
I'm just saying Martinez got some Catterall in his game. Like,
give me the other extreme then. Pause. Give me if Catterall, give me the other side of it. Give me another fighter that he can resemble a little. I mean, if you had
like, it's the whole. It's just he takes his time a little too much. Like he don't like, even though he has the stoppages, it's more so because he's hurting you. He's hurt you with a good punch, and all he has to do is hit you once or twice and it's over with. Whereas he could have got a stoppage with Aleem, but he would have to grind and work for that motherfucker. And it just don't seem like he's willing. He's almost like Xander Zayas, what we be talking about before Xander Zayas had the damn unification fight.
That's also true. But then also, maybe I think I know Paul alluded to this before. Maybe the
Kadesha Green, some of that too.
Maybe it could be that Billy fight kind of took something out of him in terms of changing the style, because that fight was because they were throwing so much heat at each other. Then Martinez was like, wait a minute, hold up. Well, I can't, I shouldn't, like, I can't be trading with anybody.
But he made that fight harder for him, like, because he could have worked up that jab a lot more. Like, I thought Billy won the fight, but I respect the draw, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I didn't feel impressed by this nigga, like the way people be going off about him. So
I chalked up to him losing or time or that and Billy draw was like kind of somewhat like a little bit more learning experience for him. Like a more quote unquote well seasoned version of him would have won that fight. But at this point, he might be who he is. He's 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I know he got Bomac, B&B, Bud Crawford that who camp on his side. But it's like maybe he showed his full layers. Like what I'm saying? Like there's not
and
much.
the scorecards ain't helping his case because the scorecards are going to make it seem like he dominated and won
Yeah,
an ass whooping type of fight.
Yeah, them scorecards were some horseshit. I was like, good lord, like what the fuck is
Like
this?
Aleem won some rounds, bro. Like,
Yeah,
like anywhere from 3 to 4 rounds. I think he won 3 rounds.
Yeah,
you might want to give him 4 tops, but no, like 2 or 3 rounds. But y'all giving this nigga like 1 round, no rounds, like.
No, that's an insult. Aleem definitely was in that fight for all 12 rounds. He wasn't dominated like that. Martinez didn't dominate like that.
It was a 117, 111 type of fight, but it was a fight where every round was competitive. There was no point in time where Aleem wasn't in the fight, or if you say, damn, if Aleem pick it up, he could turn this shit around. Because that's how the fight felt. Like, the punches were clean, like. It's just a thing. It seemed like Aleem throws a lot of arm punches, like.
And the funny thing is, he never. I mean, Aleem used to be a real. I mean, he used to be like a real. I mean, because he was at 160 before. Aleem used to like really like lay in some shots though. But I say it could be that it's 168 and maybe his power is not going.
I mean, he was still throwing. Now he was landing because he was landing hooks to the body and shit into the head. Like it was just. Like it wasn't until like I think the last round or the last couple of rounds where it seemed like his punches could have got to finally got to Martinez, but it just feels like Martinez could do more, but he doesn't. Like he's fine with the fight just being in his controlled little manner, and Jack Catterall and Zayas, all those niggas do that shit to different extents where. They'll get a comfortable little pace. Everything's working out, and they're fine with everything like that.
So basically, Boo Boo sons, Andrade.
Nah, I wouldn't. Boo Boo was different. Andrade was like, look, Andre more could out talent the fuck out of you in the first 5 or 6 rounds. And he would legit try to overwhelm you with his talent. Like, he would try to get you out of there. But if you was tough, he'd have no problem decisioning you and just kind of just outboxing you the rest of the fight. Like, we've seen him do that before.
I mean, you were there too. Like, that was the fight that you were there for. That perfect example.
Perfect example is that. Like, because, look, like, the first couple rounds, like, the first round, like, people seen it like he was beating the guy's ass. He dropped him. I think he dropped him once or twice. Like, and people stayed around. But after like the 6th round, and people kind of feel like, God damn, you can't get this nigga out by now. All right, later. Like, and that's when niggas left because people left in shifts at that fight. Because after Jake Paul's fight was done, that was like the real main event for the casuals.
Right.
But the energy was so good at the place that after the Jake Paul fight, only a little bit amount of people left. Just maybe the Jake Paul dick riders or something. But most people stayed. Most people stayed for the next fight. It was just after the 2nd round, people started to leave, and only a little quarter amount left. And when I say that because those were the people who looked at it like, yo, he's beating the shit out of this guy, nigga. Like, he's gonna stop him eventually soon. So we don't have to see that, but we know we don't watch the ass whooping. Like, we could go, like, let's get the parking, da 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 da. Then there's the people who was like, okay, I get that, but I want to actually see when he stops him. And they stayed to like the 6th round, and it's like, yeah, I don't think he's gonna stop him. Like, he was trying. that's when you see a good amount of people left, and it was like half the crowd after that to see. But yeah, like Andre at least tries to out talent you. He's more of the Zab mold. If you know how Zab overwhelms you, even Andre Berto, like those guys are a little different because sometimes they'll struggle with controlling the fight after they kind of out talented you early. The guys like Zayas and Catterall and who's the nigga we talking about? Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really out talent you or out overwhelm you. Like they'll show you a glimpse of it, and they'll operate from a level of that glimpse.
Mm-hmm.
Like okay, like for example, the sliders in Tekken Bowling. Like, you know, if you press the button to throw it,
right,
when the meter is all the way at the top, then you'll throw like you'll roll a hard one, like maybe a strike. That's the type of shit. Like, it's like Zab and all them niggas, Andrade, all them niggas, you'll get them at the top meter for maybe the first 5-6 rounds. But the thing is, but then after that, you'll get them like halfway, maybe from then on. I feel like with Zayas and all them niggas and Martinez, you don't get that full meter for like 6 rounds or no. You'll get that meter real quick for like 30 seconds, then it'll go down.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get it for another minute, then it'll go down. Go for 30 seconds and go down.
Yeah.
and what happens is they develop a little routine pace, and they'll keep that fight routine in the pace. Now, if they punches hurt you, they might stop you, but they're not gonna go out of their way to fucking stop you. And they don't hit hard enough where they systematically breaking you down like a Crawford or a Golovkin or somebody.
No, it's usually a counter or something. Especially for Zab, it was a counter of some sort. Whereas, the first 6 have like Zab will probably highlight rail your ass, but anything after the 6 is like it's either a well placed counter or something else.
As a youngin, watching Zab's first 6 rounds in a fight was beautiful. Pause. I mean, he was great. Until he got gassed and tired, and I was like, "Damn, come on!" He struggled shit. After round 6 or 7, bro. Every time.
Yeah, like pretty much. I think in the later career, the only time he really went all out in the second half of the fight was probably against Danny Garcia of all people, because Danny was kind of beating his ass in the first half, and Zab actually made a comeback and was lighting Danny up in one of the few to actually really do it. But like I said, it was just
at that time Danny was getting hands put on him by anybody in them late rounds.
Yeah. And
But
Zab,
he's one of the few times where Zab fought hard at the end of a fight.
Yeah, and most likely, and that's just like I said, sometimes there's always like a little, little deviancy from everything like that. But yeah, that was like a perfect example of Zab actually fighting a lot harder, in the second half of the fight rather than in the first half, though. But I do think Martinez will probably show a little bit more. But it's just, but I mean, I was expecting a knockout because Aleem is an older. He's not an old fighter, but he has a lot of wear and tear on his.
He was there to be hit, but Aleem fought hard. But the thing is, Martinez wasn't damn throwing combinations. It's like he fights behind his opponent, but in this fight, it's like he had the skills to lead, and he was for the most part, but it was only enough to just maintain control. And it's like.
Yeah.
Aleem made the fight entertaining. That's really what it was. If Aleem wasn't fighting as hard, even in spurts, this would have been like a ho-hum fight. Aleem made this a good fight. Very entertaining fight.
Right. And I hope Martinez learns from this because, like I said, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, both guys' statures rose to this because, like first of all, the crowd was like on fire. Like you can tell that crowd was lit for this fight. Like
dude. I'm feeling like the fight was at like the theater in the garden or some shit, or like the bigger arena or something. Like the noise these niggas was making, and the way they filmed it, it looked like it was in a bigger place than what it was. Like,
right.
He didn't have that Zuffa warehouse feel. Like it looked like these niggas was fighting like somewhere like big. So yeah, kudos to the crowd.
Yeah, and that's like that's been like that for a couple of their cards now, especially with their fight of the year like the previous week. Like like Pro Box, like I said, Pro Box is like I said, you can tell that they're really leveling up too. If they're getting people like at Pro Box card just getting that excited like that, like they I think they're starting to really kind of come into their own and gel. So like props for them for actually kind of milking that. Like it made for good TV or viewing or however you watch the YouTube streams or whatever. But yeah, no, it was a like I said, it was a good main event, and like I said, it was a good. Although like I said, the undercard was just full of it was one sided, and that's why I had all them fucking delays and shit like that, which is just which was the only downside. But
that matchmaking, I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah,
they solid, but yeah, I just want to say like yeah, you're right about like Pro Box like stepping up the production and just the big like they're really like giving you like almost a HBO after dark type of. It's like I feel like they're trending in toward that direction where it's looking real like damn, this is a real like it's always looked legit and good, but now it's like they taking it more serious. Like you could tell like these niggas like hey, like we on to something bigger than what we thought it would be.
I mean, no more 50-50 fights. You see what happened to the woman that the 19-year-old girl just finally woke up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, a promotion's doing well when you see fucked up scorecards and lopsided fights showcase.
Yeah, that's true. Like Pro Box is is getting too big now.
Yeah, of course it helped though.
Good observation, pilot.
And of course, it helps that some of the fighters on the commentary actually did fight on Boxing After Dark, in some fashion. So yeah, so they know what time it is. So it's like and it's good to see commentary where there's not a lot of inside jokes. It's actual insight of what's going on in the fucking ring.
Thank you for that.
Paulie and Chris are definitely the best duo, in terms of just commentary. Of course, I mean, compare shit to Mora. Fuck that. Compare shit to Mora and fucking.
Yeah, Mora's done. Like I can't stand the zone anymore. Like.
Mora is really bad. Like Mannix, it's kind of bearable because he's not the guy that's breaking down the boxing. It's more
Mannix is the one that got everyone worse, and then he elevated himself. Like he's literally he's the Jim Jones of the crew. Like when everybody was in their prime and fresh, he was holding everybody down, making them trash. And then they got trashed to the point where he finally got a little better. Now he's better. Now you're literally saying Mannix is better than Mora. Listen to you, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But real quick, you always say Lester Martinez and Billy are both top 5 at super middleweight, right? Like they're probably top 5.
Of course, yeah. Yeah,
but super middleweight ain't nothing great right now. Like,
I think Bud could have saved. I feel like Bud winning could have saved it, but then politics came in the way because nobody wanted to fight the guy Oscar Iglesias, like Canelo and et cetera. Ducked the big
dude. Dude. Those super middleweight fights ain't have no names or dude, look, bro. If Boots and Virgil Ortiz and Bachroom weren't titillating enough, then you can't tell me niggas like M. Billy and this nigga and that Rand Scully and this random cannon fodder at super middleweight is more intriguing.
Yeah, the Buzz
like
for Boots. Yeah, the
that was it. Like once he was fighting Canelo, that was it. The retirement. I told y'all niggas before the fight.
I'm saying, but him getting all the belts because Canelo was holding the belts like Triple H in 2000. You know what I'm saying? It was his reign and tear. You know what I'm saying? So Bud getting the belts off of it, I was like, okay, he's obviously gonna drop it like he always does. But with that belts being dropped, that means we were gonna get some scraps because they're all scraps we made at 168. You got Pacheco, got and Billy, you got I'm
kind of done with like Pacheco. Like if you really,
but we gotta see somebody. Somebody gotta take Pacheco out. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah, true.
And then he had obviously, I mean, what's his name? Adame's supposed to be moving up now, but like just a lot of Canelo is still in the mix, of course.
For what reason I don't know, because it's
gonna be him versus Billy in September. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the play.
Yeah, well, because Canelo wants no parts of 175, so it's like he has to, and you can't go down to 160, so he has to kind of stay at 160.
I think Turkey's end goal is to get Shiraz to take out Canelo and kind of try to get him out of the paint. You know what I'm saying?
He need to. But well, you know what? But the thing is, I don't blame him because it's like, bro, like you had the passing of the torch with fucking with Benavidez that you didn't want. Hell, your own passing of the torch with Golovkin, you fucking drag your ass to that.
Right.
And so now, you know, like there was no passing of the torch with Crawford. That was more of a cherry pick, but a cherry pick that you would be rewarded handsomely with.
Absolutely.
And you did that. So it's like the only other boxer puncher that we would give a chance against you around that weight class. Ding, 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 Shiraz.
Yeah.
And I think Shiraz fighting for a belt in a month or two, and you got again the guy Glacius on Eye of the Tiger fighting for his belt in a couple weeks. So it's not the matchups we're getting, but other people are getting belts. Canelo had the belt hostage and was just fighting people we thought he'd knock out, but he couldn't.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of Eye of the Tiger, I need to make sure I hit them. I hit dude up about his fighters now because they have fights. I need to go make sure I hit them up so get one of them back get on the show for an interview. Need to make sure I do that. Yeah. You know, but shout out to Martinez, shout out to Aleem. You know, they elevated themselves. Aleem hopefully will probably like not have to not fight in the shadows like he had been doing for some
get him back on a Pro Box card. Mix him up against somebody on Pro Box.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think he took like punishment or where he's like ruined or like it was just a good solid fight. Like he took some shots, landed someone.
Would you give Lester a C plus? Would you give Lester a C plus or a C minus performance?
Lester Martinez was a B, just a solid B.
Solid B.
Yeah.
I can't give it a damn. Like if I feel like if you beat somebody 9 rounds to 3, and you didn't drop them, and you never was hurt or like hurt badly or dropped yourself, that's a B.
Yeah, I was thinking C plus just because I expect Lester to get him out of here. That's all. But yeah, I mean the B's fine.
Maybe then I would say this. Maybe it's a B minus.
Okay, the B minus sounds good.
Yeah, if Aleem was a little bit more,
meaning he would have to have gotten dropped.
Yeah,
or looked like had a round where it was like
he dropped him or hurt him
versus Pascal type shit.
If you heard him, a drop a B plus, but yeah, a B or B minus. Yeah, that's
yeah. So you know what? I'll go with the B minus. Like you said, if it was that, if he was really supposed to dominate him, like, but you know what? Coming off a war with him, Billy.
Yeah.
B. Nah, we'll go with the B.
Yeah, I mean, because that Billy fight was a ridiculously hard fight. Like they were really throwing heat at each other. So I could tell, like, so if there's like gonna be a slight drop off against even with someone with Aleem, I can understand it. But like you, I did expect Aleem to actually fall. But you know, like I said, I was high on Aleem. Like
I think what y'all did was underestimate Aleem. I think that's what y'all overestimated Martinez.
What y'all grading performance, the fight, or his
beforehand, like beforehand.
The performance. Because I gave him a B.
Who gave who a B? Martinez. Like C plus.
Damn.
I was not impressed. Not impressed. Hashtag not impressed.
Hold on. Did you pick him to stop Aleem?
I picked him for I think a wide decision, and that shit was nothing wide. There was nothing wide about it. It was very.
I mean, officially it was
bullshit. That was a fucking bullshit fucking card. You know that. I know that. The American people know that.
So I mean, how many rounds you gave Aleem?
Do the Guatemalan people know that?
I gave Aleem 4 rounds, and I could have given him 5. The fuck.
God damn, bro, chill. 5, like, whoa. What the fucking fight were you watching, nigga? Like, Martinez won that clean. Like,
he won the fight, but fucking Aleem made him work for it. And I thought at times I thought at times that Lester could have been sharper. I thought Aleem kind of got him out of his game at times. Like he was. He
did in the second half. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
There are times where I felt Lester was frustrated. So like, but I mean, he worked through it, but it was not a spectacular performance by any means. So
yeah,
I didn't get frustrated, but more like he unsure of himself. Like if he didn't know what to do or if he cared enough to do anything, like a lot of going through the motions and let me land a good shot every now and then just to keep the routine, the control going. But I can see what you're saying, but goddamn, y'all niggas is harsh. But
Yeah.
Wow, okay, but yeah, like I guess this has how I was sounding against in Billy fight.
And look, I mean,
I wasn't impressed in either fight.
I mean, like I said, I was pleasantly surprised, but I mean, I've always liked Lane, but I thought maybe it was just one of those, it was just one of those, get the older, more worn fighter, and then put it in front of someone who's kind of streaking right now. So that's how I thought about it.
Aleem fought at a B+.
No, Aleem fought. Yeah, Aleem fought.
An A-.
Aleem fought like he could have. He was trying to upset the people of Guatemala because that crowd was rocking. That crowd was rocking for.
Yeah.
He brought out the people for. He sold more tickets than Berlanga has.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
shout out to Lester though. He had the crowd behind him. The crowd was rocking. So
it was a cool moment. I mean, they were playing it up with the whole him crying with the belt and everything, but
Yeah, I mean, I just hope though that just like they don't treat the interim belt like like he's the actual world champion. Like they need to be.
Let them tell it. They already.
I mean, they kind of are.
Already treated like he's a world champion.
You saw it. He was in the bed with the paws.
If you knew nothing about nothing, you would have thought he was a world champ.
Right. Of course, absolutely, my nigga. Like. Yeah, all I know is that I mean, all roads bear lead to. I mean, depending what Billy's doing, because I know he's either he might be facing Canelo or whatever they keep throwing out there, but all roads do go to a rematch.
What the fuck did he do to get a Canelo fight?
Who?
Billy, like that, so far that's what it's looking like. But
nigga, what did Berlanga do?
I mean, because he got the WBC belt, and Billy has that green belt.
I don't think Berlanga did shit. I don't think he should have got the fight either.
That's the whole point. None of these niggas ain't did shit. What has Canelo done to even? WBC, Canelo don't deserve to fight himself.
WBC's we back Canelo, so you know he's fighting for that green belt.
Exactly. None of these niggas put these niggas in a fun house mirror house and just throw rocks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, 168 probably needs another tournament. I mean, they've had so many tournaments in the out of all the divisions. They've had the most tournaments.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, they had the Super 6 and they had 2 WBSS ones. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I shouldn't even say tournament. But
Canelo not fighting in no fucking tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too much. That's too taxing for him. Like,
nah, he gonna be in the damn Ninja Turtles tournament fighter, nigga. Watch that.
But yeah, like I said, it was a good fight, and just bringing just to do a segue, like the scores and stuff like that. Basically, the same scores in that fight were the same scores as in fucking Adames and Ammo, and them fights are too fucking different. Like really different, because the scores, the scoring in that fight was Adames really was whooping on Ammo, like see, and I know me and you, LB, we kind of picked because of the different factors with what's going on with Adames or whatever, But man, I think this fight is very clear that Ammo, and I guess he's a late starter, Ammo is lacking a certain technical foundation to his game. Like it's a very serious one because he's strong.
That's why I wasn't picking him against Adames.
Yeah. But like I said, because it's just because usually when niggas start having problems with their weight and they're about to pass out and stuff like that, usually my mind is like, okay, like this nigga's about ready, done with this division. Like he's like,
well, he is now. He said he's moving up, but yeah, I think this fight kind of just shows, sometimes there's a fight that just clearly there's levels. This is one of the fights that remind us there's always levels.
There's levels, and Adames anyway has a bad style for fucking Ammo anyway, because like Adames is an athletic puncher, and a guy like Ammo who is prone to having mental lapses, like he can't get, like he's an athletic guy himself. But he can't get away with some of the mistakes he makes against another guy that's an athletic fighter. that could capitalize on that. Like Ammo's used to being the more athletic guy in the ring.
And also the stronger guy. And
this is not the case. This is the guy where you have a guy in there that's more athletic and a stronger, bigger puncher.
And he boxes better in the higher IQ. It's kind
of I don't know about all that now. I don't know about
the Ammo always been like a poor man's K9. Like
nigga, that's a perfect example.
Like, let's be honest, like real shit. Like, and no disrespect. Shout outs to K9. Like, he overachieved with the limited talent he had, and he made good action fights. He was rough sometimes, but he always kind of sold out. Like, he never just fucking just gave up type shit.
Yeah.
Like, he believed in his right hand.
Yeah. K9 was K9. I always say K9 was kind of lucky that he caught Corey Spinks, who kind of lost his legs. He became champion at the right fucking time. You know, he caught, and I honestly thought it would have been this way with Adames, with Ammo. You know, he might have caught, but yeah, no, fucking Adames though. Like that knockdown that he scored on Ammo was a doubled up right hand. Ammo, like he got hit with, and then Ammo moved forward, and Adames double up, and Ammo just went down hard. I was like, oh shit.
Damn, how come I ain't see no clips of this shit? I didn't see no clips of the Ammo Adames fight. Like, I'm surprised. I haven't seen one clip.
You ain't missed shit. That's why.
You ain't missed shit. No, but
wow.
Dog, it was a one-sided ass whooping and not an exciting one. It was the most ho-hum ass whooping, one-sided ass whooping you see.
Yeah, the only thing you can really say is that Ammo's a tough
motherfucker. He's a tough motherfucker.
Yeah, because dude,
else, he can take punishment.
Yeah, Adames was lining up to the body. You can tell Ammo doesn't have a good game face. Like when Ammo gets hurt with the shot, he goes immediately to the ropes. You can tell that his mind starts wandering. Like he dude needs to work on his poker face. Or like
he had definitely to fracture his jaw a few times because he was taking a beat and pause. Yeah, he's tough, but like he could I know, and he has mental health issues. Hopefully he doesn't go overboard with the loss. You know what I'm saying?
But this is it because it reminded me it reminded me almost of the Shiraz fight. But at least with Shiraz fight, Ammo actually won the first couple of rounds, and he even rocked dude before Shiraz kind of settled down and boxed him up and then beat him down. This one, Adames was just like battering dude. Like it was getting uncomfortable.
Well, hold on. Like this is the thing. Like y'all, like this is the thing. Like, hold on. What the fuck? Like y'all niggas made this shit sound way more competitive and different in the chat at one point. Like y'all made this shit, and then y'all niggas got like into the whole like, okay, I guess Adames is just beating his ass now, but y'all had this shit way more competitive sounding. Like,
well, see what Ammo would do. Ammo would like the first 30 seconds of the round. Ammo would come out and like start like landing.
I think there was one time
and Adames would beat his ass.
I think there was one round where Ammo had momentarily fucking buzzed Ammo, but like buzzed Adames for like 20 seconds, and then fucking Adames shook it off and went back to work.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm looking at them shit now. I'm trying to remember because I'm like, y'all made this shit sound like it was like decently competitive, and then I guess it just went left or something. But okay.
Yeah, but basically, there was a clear level shown. Like Ammo probably won maybe about 2. Maybe 3 rounds max if you want to give him 3, 2 for sure.
Hold on, wait. He won 3. Like, wait. Did this nigga get skunked or he
won like 2 to 3 rounds?
No, I gave him 1 round. Literally 1 round.
Yo, hold on, wait. We gotta say King all over the place.
You could probably say 2.
2, because the one fight that should have been like a nigga just won 2 or 3 rounds. King P is like, man, I could have gave him 5 rounds.
This is where I'm highlighting like why the scores in both of those fights are similar.
Yeah, the shutout for this was like I'm not like I literally gave Ammo 1 round. I think it was the first round, and that was it. It was a skunking after that.
Yeah.
So what the fuck, King P? I mean, Pilot and Pat scene like.
Okay,
I have
no. Okay,
I'll
put it this way. However many rounds you gave Aleem to Lester Martinez, subtract 1 by Ammo. That was me. I'd say that just picture it like that. So if you give Aleem 3,
I gave Aleem 3 rounds, so you give Ammo 2 rounds.
I'd say Ammo 2. What did you say, Pat? You said 2, right?
Probably I said 2 or 3 rounds max. That's it.
Yeah, 2's fine.
Yeah, no, like Ammo, like I said, because Ammo has a hard time. Like Ammo is aggressive, but he doesn't move his head. Like, and this was even in that interim fight that he had on the scorecard where he had the although he dropped dude or whatever, Ammo still has like he doesn't move his head. He doesn't and the jab too. Like dude, the jab was actually going, then he abandoned it. Like he like 1 minute he's pumping the jab, and that was the only punch from him that was Adames did not like. Adames did not like that jab was authoritative, but that was like the only thing of his game that was bothering Adames, that jab. But other than that, Adames was giving him all types of angles, doubling up with his right hands, going to the body, and even at times even shrugging off like, okay, nigga, like I'm taking your power and you're not doing anything, and it would beat his ass. I'm not like I'm a person that's not impressed by Adames, but I was like, yeah, Adames kind of made the statement with this one with Ammo. Like Ammo, it shouldn't have never went 12 rounds, but it did, and Ammo got lumped up near the end. But that was Adames says, like I had to give it to him. Like that was a hell of a performance, and then and he's been posting pictures talking about. He's been rubbing it into like all types of pictures, seeing talking about Ammo. The Ammo was easy work, all types of shit. Like, the dude is rubbing it in.
I mean, Ammo was talking shit.
Yeah, he was. Because Ammo.
I think he pissed off Adames and he took it personal.
Right.
And he had to make sure he beat his ass.
They should make
Adames usually don't perform on this steady of a level.
I know supposedly Troy signed with Matchroom Eddie. They should just make a Troy, because I remember I asked y'all before a couple times who you think will win between Troy Isley and Ammo. They should make the fight. I think it's a good fight to make.
I mean,
you don't like Ammo. You just want to see him keep getting whooped.
Nah, because Ammo's at this point, like I don't say he's fodder, but it's like he might be taking a long break because he got his ass whooped. He probably not gonna fight for the rest of the year.
Yeah, you don't want to put him in the fight. You don't want to put him in the ring with Isley just after that fight. Like
not yet.
That's what
I'm saying let Ammo get back, give him an actual can. Like somebody Majimov level fought before. You know what I'm saying? Let him get back on there. But
Ammo needs to be. I'm not sure, but it's the same thing. Ammo's flaws are not getting corrected like the way they need to be. Like he's either he's either outpowering guys or out athleticism. But like the Strauss fight and this fight is just his technical foundation is just like it's getting to the point where he's starting to take big beatings if neither of those things are working in his favor.
He struggled with that. I mean, he ended up stopping that guy Vaughn. I don't know if Pat remember that fight when Vaughny, I think his name was, the longer pause, like the longer. He got him out of there, but he was struggling. He was struggling with that guy a little bit. I would be struggling when he shouldn't be. He just kind of is who he is. He's not.
Yeah, and like I said, because he's a late start or whatever, though. But and I know Eddie's got. I mean, it's gonna probably keep him around. Like I don't think Eddie's gonna release him, just off that though. But it's just like, yeah, I mean, because like I said, because either way, Ammo still. I mean, depending on what those middleweight titles are looking like, depending on Ammo there's still a chance he could probably pick up a belt, but it's gonna have to be with the right fighter. Like just like we was mentioned with K9 and Corey Spinks. It has to be the right.
Yeah, but okay, I feel that, but it gets to a point where like you won't be the right, like there won't be the right fighter until you become the right fighter, and he's gonna have to clean up his fucking defense.
Yeah.
So until that happens, he might not ever meet the right fighter, because if your defense is always the biggest liability, it's like, man, like you're not even able to take advantage of like certain situational opportunities or circumstances.
Cunningham, right? Kevin Cunningham, is that Amo's trainer?
Yeah, he's with Cunningham. Yeah, he is with Cunningham. Yeah.
Yes, it is Cunningham.
Cunningham's a guy. He's kind of like Derek James.
Cunningham's a good trainer. Cunningham's a good trainer, but he's a disciplinarian, and that's great for for stability, but for like in-game adjustments, no.
Yeah, he's like a Derek James in that regard. Like he's a good. He can help.
Yeah, them niggas ain't got head movement though.
No, I'm saying he can help. He can help what you're good at, but he's not going to add new wrinkles to your game like a Robert Garcia or I don't know. Like he's certain other trainers you can.
I can kind of see that. Like he made Corey Spinks and Devin Alexander work because they obviously had enough talent
and the foundation.
Yeah, they had the talent. They just needed to stop fucking off, and then Kevin Cunningham is perfect for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The other guys they don't have the type of talent that them niggas had. So it's like the fucking off hit harder.
Right. Absolutely.
And the mistakes hit harder. So yeah, you gotta move your head, bro. Because look, if K9 was worse than what he was, then he doesn't beat that version of Corey Spinks.
Yeah, because even before he finally won the belt, I mean, because I remember I remember one of the worst ass whoopings that I've ever watched on Friday Night Fights was this nigga getting his ass handed to him by Joel Julio. Like that's Joel Julio. Like I mean, before the Say True Power that was like a kind of like a freakish 1 round shootout type of thing. You know, I always consider that was a freak, but Joel Julio beat the living shit out of K9 to this day. Like I don't think K9's even taken a bigger beating than the one he took, and I thought that nigga would never win a belt after taking that type of ass whooping. You know, but like I said, the stars
he bounced back from that fight though.
Yeah, he did.
and the crazy part is, and this how so crazy with boxing was, Joel Julio was a guy that was looked at that was going to be a future monster, going to win a title, and that shit never fucking happened.
Yeah. That
K9 was a guy who ended up being in a title, winning a title and being in significant fights. Where Joel Julio kind of, he took that first loss and then he faded into Bolivia.
Yeah, Joel, because I remember he was losing to like everyone, like Angulo and Kirkland, and and the cat that I can never pronounce his fucking name, Sergey Gingerek. I can never fucking pronounce his name correctly. Yeah. And now fucking Julio has a true journeyman record. He has like 25 losses now. Like
they made him the ultimate jobber. Like the fuck out of here.
Yeah, boxing is always strange like that too. Like but then Bundres talk about he gets the victories over Spinks twice, and he beat Carlos Molina, all that. Like it's interesting how things actually. And he has an Uma win too, doesn't he?
Yes, he stopped Uma, didn't he?
No, he didn't stop Uma. No,
it was the Friday Night Fights, right?
Yeah. So
I forgot about the Uma win. Yeah, and when you look at it, those aren't bad names at all to have. You can say, all those guys were kind of past it. They weren't at their absolute best, but K9's absolute best. I mean, come on. Like, exactly. You can't have it both ways. You're gonna have to start giving people fucking credit.
Yeah.
So so that's why shout outs to K9. I know his son does. He has like a TikTok and he's always shouting out his dad and talking about fights and shit.
Yeah,
so, shout outs to his son.
I see K9. I see. I mean, I was not the biggest fan of K9. K9 was someone like I couldn't believe. Like I couldn't believe that he was actually a fighter. Like to be honest, but
because he was crude and rough, but he always tried, and he's one of those guys who fall to his strengths. Where you get guys all the time who never fight to their fucking strengths, and I'm not talking about when people be like, "Man, he's tall. Why don't he just use his jab and fight at a distance?" Like not necessarily that. Like no, like I'm talking about guys who. They got bricks in their hands, but they're always looking for the perfect punch. So they never let their hands go. Like Rocky Juarez type niggas, like people who don't get out of their own way. Not, you know what I'm saying? Because the nigga who fight to their strengths, if he knows he has a good left hook, he's gonna be hooking all fucking night. Like, if a nigga know he has a good endurance, good stamina, he's gonna throw a gazillion punches at night. Like, if a nigga know he's speedy, he's gonna be moving around, pot shotting and faking and play to your strengths, nigga. Like,
facts.
And K9 knew he was rough, knew he was uncoordinated sometimes, knew he had a powerful right hand, and he would get that shot off, and he would fight in a way where his physicality would bother you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you had skills and physicality, then you probably weren't having a problem with K9.
Right.
But if you didn't, or if it was near a similar level, then yes, you had a problem.
You had a real problem.
a rough ass fucking problem. I thought he beat Ishe Smith. Real talk.
No, I thought Ishe, that fight was a lot closer than it probably should have. But I mean, I do think, Ishe probably got the win because, Floyd was in his corner.
Yeah, exactly. And Floyd is fucking dancing on the man's wife and shit. Like,
and then Ishe is crying in the ring with his baby.
That's the most cryingest ass light-skinned nigga in the world. My goodness. I don't think no light-skinned nigga ever cried as much as this nigga. Like, he cried more than fucking Will Smith in the Will in the goddamn Bel Air remake.
He still cry on Twitter? Because every time I see him on Twitter, he's always bitching about something. Like, no matter what.
No, I'm talking about this nigga was physically crying.
No, I know. I remember.
Yeah,
nigga cried in the goddamn Randall Bailey fight.
The nigga was prime Cuba Gooding Jr. with the tears in the movies.
Well, I mean, I can understand after the Randall Bailey fight because Randall Bailey be knocking niggas they hit the
yeah. You escaped with your life and you up here crying. No, nigga, like.
Yeah,
you making a grown ass man seem like he's too powerful over you. I'm not trying to dude, this is Randall fucking Bailey. Like, yes, he put niggas to sleep, but it's like you act like this nigga escaped the ring from fucking Prime Foreman or somebody. Like,
yeah, no, it was just
you wanted to send it over Ernie Shavers or something. Like, you beat Mike Tyson.
Yeah, K9 definitely went far. I did think Ishe did beat him, but it wasn't one of them fights. And I actually have it downloaded. I actually really have it. It's one of those fights where it's just like, I don't know if I want to revisit it. I mean, if anything, I used to watch.
I wouldn't.
For me, it was just like, there's that one round where Ishe did rock him a little bit, and then after that, it's just like you just wait to the decision.
Because all the fight's only rewatchable if you watch it as an event because all the Floyd fuckery.
Yeah, exactly.
Floyd dancing on his wife and shouting and just fuckery. Like,
yeah. The good old days of Showtime boxing.
Oh, hey, what it do? What it do? Salute. Big Lukey.
Salute Lukey. But yeah, definitely. Ammo needs to get some rest and then get him a soft touch. And Adames is now saying that he's going to 168, which pretty much means if he lets go of the belt, that Jesus Ramos is the new middleweight champion since he holds the interim belt. So it's like, and then it's just middleweight. I mean, I would say, it was a decent middleweight fight. There's not a lot of decent middleweight fights out there. And I think we get one. Yeah, and we get one in a couple weeks with our man Denzel Bentley. So it'll definitely more on that.
Literally the only man that's been saving the middleweight division from being absolute pure trash. Him and Shiraz ain't there no more. But
yeah, Shiraz. Yeah, when Shiraz was there, he was doing. He did his thing.
Yeah.
But middleweight. Yeah, middleweight still if someone can really wrap up middleweight, but someone can really try to do some work there. But yeah, middleweight needs more talent because
somebody just needs to mop everyone up right now. Like we need a Jeff Lacey, Golovkin, Tyson type of energy. Somebody just need to clean up all these schmucks and bring some order and some buzz back into the division. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the problem is when that comes along and that happens, you niggas say he's overrated.
Also, too.
Anytime somebody cleans up a bunch of old people, people say they overrated. You did that with Burchell. You did that with Chad Dawson. I hate it when y'all did that to fucking Chad Dawson. Like, that shit pissed me off. You did that with who else? You did that with Golovkin. You did that with did they do that with Sergio Martinez?
A little bit.
A little bit.
But at least Sergio at least knocked out the Punisher, so it was like
yeah.
But
you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, when that ever happens, they say, you know, but fuck it, I'd rather see it happen, you know.
Absolutely, though. But yeah, no, I think we gave our thoughts on the recaps, though.
It's time for some Florida business, man. Terminators, bro.
Yes, previews. Arguably now, not even arguably, it is probably the biggest fight this weekend. We got Keith, one-time Thurman, seeing if he make it as going back to 154 in the second fight, and seeing if he could actually pick up a 154 belt this time around. He didn't do it the first time around because because 147 was kind of on fire, so he went down there. But now, we got Sebastian Fundora, who is the WBC 154 champion. And funny things too is this fight too doesn't seem to have a lot of buzz around it for some reason. Like it's not like
because we wanted it last year. This is supposed to be a 2025 fight, and I feel like what happened with this fight is it's like how niggas used to do the Walking Dead season. It'd be 16 episodes. They'll split it in half, but y'all split it in half at a part that wasn't interesting. Yeah. So when y'all brought it back, nobody cared like that. Yeah, and that's this fight.
And on top of that too, because the card for the original card for this was much better, and Fundora, before Fundora got injured too. So I think that also might play a part in it. But I'm thinking, I see Thurman and I see Fundora. They're actually putting in the work to try to do this, but it doesn't seem it's not buzzing like it should be.
I mean, they be trying to push Fundora as a star. I mean, they're trying.
Because one guy is selling the fight. The other one's a boring fucking. Yeah. I'd rather watch pottery spin than.
But I mean, they've been trying. Remember the last time the fight got canceled? I feel like because it wasn't selling. They're trying to make Fundora pay-per-view star.
No, because Fundora broke his hand.
Yeah,
I mean, I heard both rumors, but yeah, I do believe that.
I heard both rumors too, though. I heard that. But the fight was buzzing more back then, though.
It was.
This shit ain't buzzing, nigga.
But the whole situation of Thurman originally was it a year? It was over a year ago now. Like when he got injured, it's kind of crazy. Him doing that happening for him, falling out of the Tim Tszyu fight kind of ruined Tim Tszyu's career.
Yeah. Tim's. It's funny how
bad defense to catch you and strike you at any time, man.
Yeah, fact.
So, but Fundora though is trying to lay the claim, obviously, because I think Fundora's kind of looking past Thurman because dude has been talking about like me and Zayas, for the ring title at that Mexican pay-per-view that Turkey's putting together with Canelo type shit. I have a feeling Fundora's trying to look past Keith. And Keith seems to be focused. I'll give him that. Like Keith seems to be focused on the job at hand. Like he's not looking past no one. Like, he says, he wants smoke, which is good, but it's just like Keith is. Keith's era is starting to be phased out because they're getting older now, and so it's like, Fundora's defense isn't the best in the world. So is Keith either going to launch one on him, or is he going to beat him down? Or is Fundora going to beat him now? There's different factors at play right now. Like, and they're both believable. Like, LB, like, you're the Florida nigga, man. What do you, I know Keith is your man, though, but what do you think? LB. Oh, all right. King P, you're the other Thurminator. What do you think?
Listen, I'm backing my man. home invasion. That's my man. As my man Matt from Brunch Boxing, shout out to him, says he's going through the front door. Going through the front door, home invasion style. Bro, he gonna bring it to Fundora. Although I will see, it is gonna be interesting to see which style Fundora does he go back to his old style of just fucking sloppy inside fighting to where he might get caught, or is he gonna kind of go back? What he's been doing recently more is fighting like a tall motherfucker.
Yeah, working behind the
jab, on the outside, working behind the jab.
Yeah, like
so, old habits die hard. If he does that, yeah, I think it's most likely he wins. But if he fights the old style of Fundora, he gonna get caught lacking.
Yeah, I mean, Prime Keith used to have really good movement and was able to punch hard on the move, on his movement too, like on the move too. Like that's what made him kind of, that's what made him special. Like he was able to, move forward or move back.
He was a great boxer puncher. He was a great boxer puncher in his prime. 100%.
Yeah, and
nigga, the fuck.
We'll see. I used to be a Thurman myself. I'm just saying. And
used to be.
You took a little slow with that paddle work. I'm just saying. Y'all saw that clip where it took a little slow.
Dude, first of all,
don't do this.
We don't know. Were you there when Keith Thurman woke up that morning and went to the gym? Like, we don't know at what point.
I know. It's just. I'm just saying. He's not a spring chicken no more.
We're not going to do. Hold on, pilot. We're not going to do this because people were saying the same thing in the fight, in the build-up fight to Barrios. Oh, he looks slow in there. Look at him hit the pads, hit the mitt so slowly, and he beat the shit out of Barrios.
Fundora ain't Barrios.
Barrios hurt him.
Barrios and Fundora, that's all. We know Fundora's the only monster than Barrios.
My point is that all that slow, this shit. He when he goes in the ring, he don't look slow.
Yo.
Which is true. Like, yeah, he's never looked slow in the ring. Now, has he maybe not fought as hard or he's had little lapses? Sure. Like, yeah, but he doesn't look slow.
The niggas who operate on speed, they not trying to give you all their speed in the training, bro. Like look at Pacquiao. Pacquiao looks faster in his fights than he does in training.
That's also true.
Although he still looks fast in training.
Yeah. But yeah, some fighters he's older, so he's not gonna be like he's not gonna be on his motor's not gonna be on 100 like in spar in training, and then he's gonna do that in the ring. Like, no, they don't. If anything, the power work is just probably his timing. He's just probably trying to get his timing down. But
yeah, well, like nigga, pilot, let's see your fucking pad work, bro. Shit. You started to sound like these niggas that be commenting and shit.
The only thing I say negative about Thurman is he has to let go of his hair. Like, it's time. Like, that's the only thing I've always said about. Yeah.
Hold on, wait, Luke. Ring Gang, can I come in and share hatred for 10 minutes?
Share hatred on Thurman and Fundora. All right, let's see. All right, let me find the invite. And
hatred.
I will say I'll be rooting for Thurman for my pick, but I'm probably gonna save Thurman. I mean,
wait! I'm gonna get you right now, motherfucker.
What?
You picked fucking Lubin to beat Fundora. I picked Fundora to beat Lubin.
Yeah,
but now
great fight. That was a great fight.
Yeah, whatever, nigga. You picking fucking Fundora to beat Thurman? This don't make no sense. Like,
man, I don't know. Time.
You light skin?
Fundora's
you're not light skin, nigga. You not light skin at all.
But Fundora's kind of been able to. He's been working his range and his jab. He's kind of mastered it with the eyesight issue. It's just like Thurman's 35, 30. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a tall.
Thurman knows how to fight at. Thurman knows how to box at a distance.
If Thurman wins, he seals himself as a Hall of Famer. He seals it, as an IBF Hall of Famer.
Oh, so you think? All right, so you know what you got to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, right?
If Thurman wins, does he make the Hall of Fame against
Twitter poll, nigga? Yes, get on your job.
We'll try that. We'll see what's up.
He said, "I'm gonna try that." No, nigga, you do that shit like that. You really think he gonna be a Hall of Famer if he wins this? I mean, when he wins this,
legitimizes it, becoming 2-division champ. I know Mendoza already knocked out Fundora, but a lot of those people think that was a fluke or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely. I mean, well, first of all, Lukey, I just sent you the link in Twitter. So
it's Mendoza's on that card. Mendoza's fighting Tellez. That's a good ass fight. Byron Mendoza versus Tellez. That's a good fight.
Yeah, who else is on this card? Like, yeah,
and then of course Gashaw is on this card against like Yuenli Hernandez. Like, I mean, Gashaw has I don't know who his manager is, but clearly he's like the fact he's on every PBC card ever. Like, dude always manages to get a fight on a card, no matter what.
He saved somebody back in the day.
Yeah, and then Elijah Garcia and Kevin Newman, I think, are the opener. So it's like
So hold on. So what's the whole card? Goucher and Hernandez and who else?
Tellez fights Mendoza, but that might be on the.
Tellez and Mendoza.
Tellez Mendoza is the co-main.
Oh, it's the co-main?
Yeah, that's the co-main.
Okay.
Yeah, Tellez is actually
not really a strong co-main, but
it's not. But I like the fight. It
should be a good fight. It's a good fight.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it's one of the. I mean, like
this card is dependent on the main event being fired. Really, like the main event got to go out.
Yeah. So now in terms of what's everyone's prediction for the main event though? I mean,
wait. You asking like, hold on, like, do you?
I mean, are you seeing a KO or decision, bro? Like,
do you know who is?
Yeah, man, I know who he is though, but is he gonna win by a KO?
This the guy, this the LT nigga, this man.
Yeah, but is it
Thurman by fucking KO? Thurman by decapitation? Thurman by decimation? Thurman by destruction? Thurman by big KO victory, bro. What the fuck? Maybe like the 8th round. Maybe the 6th. Maybe anytime between the 4th and the 8th.
Will Fundora hurt him?
Hell no. He'll hit him though.
Okay.
Hey, Lukey, man, we got him on there. Salute.
West Side. Ring gang, 21 gun salute.
What up, Lukey?
Big dog, Lukey.
Yeah. I had to give you guys like a good little lighting situation.
No doubt, though. So, what hatred do you have to share with us, Lukey?
Bro, like I want every person in the chat and every fine taxpayer that's a part of this telecast to tell me when they actually cared about Keith Thurman's career. So let's go around and tell me, when did you care?
Oh no!
When did you last care?
Well, he got me. I mean,
I never stopped caring. I used
to always watch boxing growing up, but he got me into it with him and the Danny Garcia build-up. That kind of got me heavier back into boxing.
Okay, so you're younger, and that makes sense to me because there were a bunch of guys when I came up and that like probably weren't as good as I remembered, but like they got you going and stuff. I think the problem for me is like I'm old-ish, and like Thurman went from being the most exciting young fighter to just never fighting. Like he beat Danny Garcia, and it's like, how many fights has he had? Like 4? And then you put with him, the issue to me is every time he gets hurt to the body, he has no bluff. It's like he's probably, can you guys think of a guy that gets hit to the body and reacts worse and is a borderline Hall of Fame boxer? And it's like these visuals with the delays.
Out there. I can't think of their name right now, but they're out there.
They're out there, like, right? And it's like, I don't know. Thurman's weird because he has this great career, but it's so hard to be excited about him because you just never see him.
Yeah, I mean that's the only negative thing I'd say about him because, like I said, it's Thurman. I mean, I always thought Thurman was the best of the whole PBC bunch, but it's just like the extended layoffs and the injuries, and it's just like going 3 years in between fights. It's just absolutely insane to me. Like he should be more in the mix. He should have been more in the mix.
What and big Pat, it's not just that. Remember when like it was like Sean Porter and him were gonna fight, and then there was like a year delay for that fight.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, no, I bought tickets for that.
The car accident. Yeah, I remember that.
And then there's a delay, and then he wins it, and we're like, okay, we're cooking with gas. And then he fights Danny, and that took like a year. And then it was like a 2-year layoff, and he fights Josecito, and he gets hurt to the body. And it's like, what are we doing? You know, it was like Thurman was the face of boxing damn near, and never had that face of boxing fight.
Well, the Pacquiao fight,
he lost the face of boxing fight because he got hit to the body.
Yeah,
the inactivity played a role. Because after he unified titles against Porter and Danny, he kind of broke down. You know, it felt like.
Yeah, I think injuries derailed his career. He also feels like someone. I mean, I can't read Keith. Can anyone read Keith Thurman as a person?
I mean, I think that he got a certain level money wise, and decided that he didn't want to risk it like he used to. Like Keith used to be a real warrior, but then once he started getting paid a good amount, I think he kind of he was like, okay, you know what? Let me just rest my body, let me heal up, and then I go in the ring when I need to go in the ring, type of deal.
So nobody just believed he was legitimately injured.
What I mean, you can't. I mean, dude, even in his actual prime, he was injured. Yeah, I do believe that too.
Like, I just think he just bad circumstances. Like,
and he kind of avoided the Spence thing a little bit.
Oh my
Spence
god,
shit is overblown, bro.
But he's kind of true.
We're not gonna do this.
Let's be honest. Spence is ducking Thurman more so than Thurman ever ducked Spence.
But I'm gonna say something.
Spence could have made that fight if he wanted to now.
The optics of when they were on the broadcast and when Brian Custer asked Thurman and Spence turned over at him and he didn't say, yeah, let's fight. That one looked really bad. And then the fact that Spence said, maybe I'll just stop Keith Thurman, but then he'll fake an injury, and he just said it so casually. And Thurman never popped up and was like, I'm gonna get my, I think that Spence somehow beat Thurman without fighting him, because Thurman never responded to Spence doing all that stuff.
Yeah, which is also true. Which is true.
I mean, I get that, but you could also say Thurman didn't give it attention because who the fuck was Spence, nigga?
He was an Olympian. He was like a U.S. Olympian, and he was like
What the fuck is a U.S. Olympian, son? What the fuck is a U.S. Olympian right now?
A really good fighter. I mean, it's starting to mean a lot less.
No, the problem was that he got the boost because fucking Floyd was like, well, you know what? He should Thurman should fight Errol Spence, and everybody jumped. Keith to fight Spence.
Thank you. That's the only reason he jumped the line, because no other Olympian is ever got touted to fight somebody on a Keith Thurman level at such an early stage in the game without really creating their own type of buzz. Yeah, Spence was a good fighter, but come on,
and that was off the sparring, right?
Weird?
Wasn't that the legendary sparring that Spence had a good sparring session with Mayweather, and then
black his eye, whatever.
Yeah,
gave him a black eye.
Yeah, there was something, and then everyone goes, "Oh my god, I want to see this guy Spence." So he was like that. Would you? Okay, for you old heads, was Spence at that time the Jorge Linares word of mouth guy for fight fans?
No, he never got to that level.
No, he didn't get to that level. Nah.
But what I'm saying is he was the talk of the town.
Level.
I'm saying he was the talk of the town. People would always explain to you, oh yeah, he did good sparring Floyd. And I remember people bringing VHS tapes into the gym to be like, you got to see Jorge Linares. You got to see him. He's like Ray Leonard. You know.
Well, didn't Spence get that clout for saying he gave the black eye and Floyd kicked him out the gym or something like that? That's the urban legend.
Floyd, usually when Floyd bigs up a fighter, more often than not, it's not always the best thing. I mean, Floyd was the biggest Devin Alexander fan. We all saw how his career kind of turned out. You know, like it kind of fell apart. But yeah, a Floyd cosign is not always the best thing for.
But there's sometimes an agenda with it because I felt like Floyd knew that Thurman was the next upcoming guy that could really challenge him, and he wasn't from a mold that Floyd was used to fighting at that time. Like Floyd likes the little pressure fighter guys who slow-footed, this, that. Whereas Thurman was a boxer puncher, athletic boxer puncher, two-hand puncher.
And that
can burn money. Burn money.
So
I gotta know when I'm not afraid to let it go.
You feel that's a harder fight. So I felt like Floyd took some of that heat off of him by saying, "Hey, Spence could be. I want to see Spence fight Keith Thurman."
Man, Floyd wasn't trying to fight any of those young kids. He was like,
"That's what I'm saying."
Yeah, Thurman was next in line. He was supposed to. I mean, Thurman.
He was literally next in line, and Floyd started that bullshit, and then the stands ate it up with the WBA.
Thurman's kind of reason the WBA special and regular belt situation happened because of Floyd with that situation.
Yeah, him and Laura kind of, because Floyd didn't want to fight neither of those guys, so Floyd was like, "Yeah, no, we give him."
And Sean Porter, low key.
Yeah.
Like Sean Porter was making a run before that Kell Brook fight. And like he was getting his name out there.
Yeah, like I said, yeah. Floyd was after the Pacquiao fight. Floyd was done with his era of welterweights. He didn't want any of the new ones. Like and they were his Mandos.
I love that he called out my buddy at the time and still my buddy Kareem Mayfield. I remember how cool that was when Kareem got called out.
Look, I remember those comments we used to have about Kareem too.
Kareem's my guy, man. He still is my guy, but it's like that was like the most random thing in the gym. Was that like it was like, yeah, I'll fight Berto, Kareem Mayfield, and we're like, awesome. Kareem's gonna fight Floyd. That's awesome. Like, it's like it made no sense.
It's clear he went with Berto because Kareem would have probably given him the most trouble. Like, and that's not even bullshit either.
Well, Kareem, like, look, people can like laugh at how he fought. He was a tough friggin' dude, and he was never an easy fight in his prime. And like, I didn't understand why Floyd would want that fight because he was darn near a harder hitting Emmanuel Augustus. And it's like Kareem is just like one of those dudes that like he was like the Achilles heel to a technical fighter. And like technical fighters just always do. Like, remember he beat Mauricio Herrera?
Yeah.
And it's like Herrera is like a scientist sort of, but that's another day.
He beat him clearly too, which was hard to do in those days. He beat him clearly.
That was a legendary fight too, because Herrera did the thing I love where the guy feels like he got robbed when he didn't. Kind of like,
not that fight. Yeah, no, Herrera got beat cleanly in that fight.
That's kind of like we should have a ring gang category when I come back. Guys that clearly lost fights, who thought who act like they won.
Technically, we do have something like that. Like we have something called Forgotten Fades. I write the articles, but sometimes we do like we're gonna try to do more shows based off fights like that. Like we have a fight that's kind of scheduled, for that. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely down. If I can find
we got the one coming up for the Inouye fight.
Yeah, like If I can find the Herrera Mayfield fight, I don't even know if it's even on YouTube. I'm down. I'll let you know, Luke. And
it's like on Jack's boxing page or something. It's not even official. It's like some hardcore fan uploaded it or something. Okay, so I got to ask you guys a question because I know obviously. Ring Gang, really great podcast, but you merge boxing with music. So if you were to compare this to an album, a musical album, what would you compare Thurman-Fundora to? And how many skips would this fight have if it was an album? Is this a no skipper, or is this like the middle of the album? You're hitting that next button.
That's an interesting question.
If I could compare this fight to an album, Big Noid, Only the Strong.
I was gonna say the Dr. Dre Chronic 2001 album because there was some couple good shit and there were some skips in that shit too.
I'm gonna just steal the show and just answer my own question. I'd go Daz Dillinger, So Gangster. Like it might have
That's a
some good
good.
moments, but it's probably gonna have some songs where you're like, "What were you thinking, Daz? Like,
Yeah.
what were you doing on this one?" And I feel like there's
Some of
gonna
them
be a
R&B
whole,
cuts on that. Yeah,
yeah. It's
I can
just
definitely agree with
like
that.
you listen to it and you're like, "Man, that's a good song." Then you go, "What were we doing here?" But I feel like this fight's gonna have some really exciting moments and it's gonna be really boring at times. That's my read on it.
And I can see that in a way because it depends if Thurman, if he unless he commits to really being offensive against Fundora, I can see some slow spots too, especially if he's kind of moving, trying to get underneath Fundora's jab and stuff like that. I can see that.
Man, he's gonna have a damn overhand and crack Godzilla that man.
I'm just saying. Oh, go ahead, Pat.
No, exactly. I can say because, like I said, I mean, Fundora, even for all his new improvements he has like that, I still can't get over the fact that Mendoza knocked him the fuck out. So it's like it's quite possible that Thurman can land the shot to knock him cold. It just depends if how much Thurman is going to sell out his offense to actually get that done. Because you don't go on the inside with Fundora is not always the best thing.
His punches are going to be too showy to lose a decision. Like, I honestly think he might even drop Fundora, maybe more than once. Like, I can only see Fundora winning if he just truly just fucking, like, if the fight gets into the inside fight and he just runs over Thurman with activity, or he truly starts throwing a Larry Holmes style jab that Thurman can't figure out. But I just can't see Fundora beating somebody like Thurman.
I mean, if Fundora beat Thurman like that, I'd say Thurman probably needs to hang it up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'd be like, Thurman probably needs to like.
It depends on how he beats him too.
But I mean, this fight is kind of like PBC's making it to kind of get Thurman out the pain, right? I mean, Fundora's probably the favorite in this fight, right? Been in favor. He has to be.
Oh yeah. Speaking of bets,
Yeah,
okay,
good,
so I got the money line. So Fundora.
Oh, this is a gambling show now. Awesome.
Oh yeah, we gamble.
We always do that, man. You listen.
Oh,
like,
man.
Shout out Prize Pick. Shout out Underdog. Holla over here.
King P was. King
which
P
one of you is gonna get hemmed up by the
originators.
feds? Like, who's gonna be insider trading?
Like
that
occasionally.
seemed like more like a King P thing.
Yeah, like occasionally though, we do tell people like, yo, like you need to bet on this. Like we do get on that wave though, but it's always interesting to see the odds for these fights. So like money line for Fundora Thurman, Fundora is a minus 450 favorite. Thurman is a plus 300 underdog. Fundora method of victory
300 underdog.
Yeah, plus 300 underdog, bro.
Wow, keep going.
And then Fundora method of victory. Fundora points decision is plus 250. A Fundora KO is minus 130, which is I think is like that's kind of crazy too. A draw is plus 1500. Thurman points decision is plus 550, and a Thurman KO is plus 650.
Wow, these niggas, whoa.
Yeah, no, they really think that Thurman's gonna get his ass whooped.
They bugging, nah, son. Like, yeah, niggas gotta get some money this weekend because ain't no way.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely betting because that's crazy. Like them odds is like they're just. I mean, I get it, keep that active, but those are disrespectful.
I swear you could do a money line bet, you could do a decision bet, you could do a KO bet, all just only on Keith Thurman for that because ain't no way. Like,
yeah,
because I feel like he'll KO Fundora, but I feel like he could win a decision as well if he constantly just keeps hurting Fundora.
I mean, my pick is Thurman by decision too. Like Fundora. Don't get me. Fundora is a good fighter, but there's still things about him I'm just not sold on just yet. So I mean Thurman. I do think Thurman can actually box him 12 rounds and drop him a couple times.
Exactly. And yo, Pilot, this shit about it seems like PBC trying to get him out the paint. I look at it as like I don't look at it like that. I feel like it's a good 50-50 opportunity. Like, if Fundora wins, you still got a young fighter that that makes for good fights.
He just
Whatever.
knocks out the former unified champ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Very
and
decent
he's from a fighting family. His sister's a champ. You can always tell that story. But on the flip side, if Thurman wins, you still have somebody who was supposed to be a face of boxing.
Mhm.
Now you're going to see him again, especially if he wins big. It's going to be like, oh shit, Thurman's back. Like the whole
Right.
narrative is Thurman's back, and who are we going to match up with Thurman? So you're gonna
I gotta say this, guys.
all that.
The odds are speaking to something. As a bald man, we get hated on. And the fact that Keith has a baldy going, people always think you're washed up when you got a baldy. And I feel like these odds are all about Keith not having the fro, not having the speeches the same. They're hating on my fellow bald brethren. I see it all the time. The odds always go when a guy rocks the baldy, they're the underdog.
Not gonna lie, I talk shit about his hair. I talk shit about his hairline just earlier in this podcast too.
Don't be hating on my bald, bro. At least he's not trying to fake the funk and get a hair transplant. He's living with what God gave him. And salute that
his
man.
hairline starts in the middle of his head now. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, I mean, it is what it is, So, I mean, it's all good.
David Jackson curse.
Hey man, my mom still says I look cute.
Yeah, the ball thing. Thankfully, I'm in my 40s too, Lukey. So like, I'm thankful I have my hair yet for now. So,
I mean, honestly, going bald isn't that bad, bro. I feel like when you go bald, it's like insecure people want you to be insecure about being bald more than I care about being bald. Like when I care about being bald is like when I go for a run and I get a sunburn on my bald spot. I'm like, man, I'm bald. I forgot I'm bald. But it's like when I go out to eat, like I don't have to look at myself. So it's like there might be someone that's like, oh my God, you're bald. And it's like I don't even think about it. It doesn't faze me, but it'll be like always. That's like the fun thing of like being bald is like other people are bothered that you're bald.
Yeah, I don't think Keith is bothered because I mean, if Keith was bothered, he probably would have shaved this completely off by now and just got a beard or just grew like a whole solid beard out.
If anything, man, you bothered by that shit.
I'm not bothered. I just make fun. I just
you're bothered enough to make fun of it every time.
You're bullying him. You're cyberbullying. You're a cyberbully, man.
I can't help it.
You're cyberbullying Keith. That's
I've never said that to his face because like I'm not a fool, but I can't. I mean, what? I mean, I need to be able to crack some jokes, nigga. I can't.
Keith did the best interview with me ever once, where he explained his nickname, and he was like, "They call me Keith One Time Thurman because anytime that's a 3-minute round at any second of a 12-round fight, I could hit you with my left or my right hand, and I could knock a man out with just one punch." So like he explained technically what his nickname was, and it was amazing. He went on for like a minute and a half. And I will always love Keith Thurman for doing that because it was completely unnecessary but super necessary at the same time.
I mean, I will say this though. I mean Thurman. I mean, obviously Thurman winning the fight against Fundora will probably give PBC and 154 a good shot in the arm. Like things that both divisions kind of both need right now. So it's like I mean I would love to see Keith do it at what he's 37 or 38. He's one of the
he's that old.
36.
Oh, I'm about to say like this nigga. You adding years, bro.
Like he's 40,
I'm only 2
41.
years off, bro. Like he like
2 years off is a big difference in boxing, bro. Like
that's also.
I'm 36 in boxing. I don't want somebody referring to me as 38.
Well, I said 37 or 38. I'm a year or two off, man. So sue me. But
like 40 like your ass. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, all I hope is I just hope that at least the undercard is at least decent enough where this fades is no, and then it just leads to a main event where it's just explosive and there's something that happens in there that trends and becomes viral or something. From this because it's $80. So I want to see $80 effort from these guys.
$80, good lord, like.
Or also cheap plug. I'm gonna be in Long Beach, California, send me your food recs, and I'm gonna be at the Pro Box show and the DMG show the night before, and you could watch along with me on that Pro Box TV double fade night. Malik Montgomery against Renee Telly's Garon. That's just certified. They're gonna run into each other and beat each other up. And Brian Acosta versus Ronnie Rios, a banger. So, if your wallet's hurting, we're in a recession, you might as well watch that Pro Box TV, and you might even see me looking weird there too, which might be fun. So just throwing out ideas, economic ideas.
And also, don't we have? I mentioned
Pro Box is pro boxing. You know what I mean,
isn't Franklin? Isn't Itauma-Franklin this Saturday too?
Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so yeah, no.
Wait. Frank, I thought that's the 28th.
No, that's this.
No.
That is the 28th, bro. The
It
Saturday is the 28th.
Saturday.
It'll be the morning. It'll be the appetizer. Pretty good appetizer though. Franklin Itauma's a good fight to me.
Yeah,
It's like a caviar appetizer.
Yeah, all those fights are on the 28th. The Pro Box card, that fight, and Keith Thurman fight all on the 28th.
Oh, damn! So this is probably the best day of boxing we've had this year.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably,
yeah. Now, see, I like Itauma-Franklin because Franklin, I would say should get more push as like the other American heavyweight because number one, he's been competitive with two world-class heavyweights. I mean, he definitely beat Dillian White, got jobbed, and he gave Anthony Joshua a pretty good competitive fight.
Joshua didn't knock him out either. I mean, he's durable. He hasn't been knocked out yet.
He hasn't been knocked down or knocked out. So
See, that's why he don't really get the buzzing because he don't knock people out though. But he got the skills.
Yeah,
he's kind of a boxer, yeah, in the ring.
The only thing I want him to do is honestly just get his conditioning together because if he gets the conditioning together, he could do something. I think he's had a long camp, so and then he's and I do think he can make shit hot for Itauma. Now Itauma is young or whatever. Don't get me wrong though, but I mean I can see this fight going the distance. Now depending, and it is kind of a toss up too because I can't just say Itauma's gonna knock Franklin the fuck out. Just like that.
But if he does, they're going to be touting this dude because it's going to be, Dillian White and Joshua didn't knock him out. Moses did.
Is it Itauma still at 100% ratio, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He hasn't.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? If you get a guy out there that Dillian White and Joshua couldn't stop,
and you're 21 years old, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of hype. You know how you can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Frank wants all the hype he can get. Yeah, because and don't get me wrong, Thomas is a good, he's a good little prospect. Heavyweights, need the prospect.
He does look special. I'll give him that.
Never mind. He has 2 fights. He has 2 fights that went the distance, but 13 wins is 11 KOs.
Let me say my piece because Pat's saying what I've been saying all week is just because Jermaine Franklin doesn't have any special effects and pyrotechnics and looks a little chubby when he gets in there. I'm not convinced that Moses is just gonna run across and knock him out. Okay. Like Joshua hits hard, Dillian White hits hard, and there's a chance if you're 21 years old and you're knocking stuff out, you might take a guy for granted too. You might be like, man, when I catch him with that. And here's the thing: I talked with man, I sound like a douche. I talked to this guy, but I talked with Franklin, and they sparred. Which is interesting because I think if those two sparred, that favors the older fighter. Because I think when you're young, you kind of think, okay, I figured this guy out. But Franklin sparred him, which I don't love. So I've made a hit. Oh, God, that's a horrible thing. I've made this in the past. What a great statement by me. I think this fight could be Mike Tyson versus Bone Crusher Smith. Just a really ugly decision win where people go, is Moses Itauma good? Well, of course he's good, but he just didn't do what you expect, which is run across and do a fight night knockout. So Pat, I've been scared all week with having this opinion, and thank you for making me feel okay.
Anytime, Luke. Yeah, no, because
ring game cares.
because I have to give Franklin, because like I said, because basically all the stuff I see with Franklin, I can't just say he's gonna run him over because Franklin has been performing the way that he's above average. If you can get 2 hard-hitting world-class heavies and not even go down one.
He's quality. It's just he doesn't buzz or anything because he can't punch like that. Like he's not knocking dudes out. But if you've seen him fight, he's quality. He's defensive. He has a good little counter right hand.
He can throw combinations. You know, when
He does throw combinations. That's true. He has a good stifling jab when he uses it.
He's a smaller, less talented Tyson Fury. He's like, he can do a lot of the stuff Fury does without the same feet work. But like, what makes him good, in my opinion, is, and you guys are music guys, I think, he like plays to the 1s and 3s instead of the 2s and 4s on a metronome. And a lot of fighters are rhythmic and they're trying to catch you. And it's like he has like an anti-rhythm that really throws fighters off, where they're trying to time him. And he's like kind of like a bad dancer. Like a bad dancer is kind of like the best dancer because you can't mimic a bad dancer. I think Franklin is so awkward. Like, imagine holding mitts for him. It'd probably be kind of weird. Like his rhythm is awkward. And I think that it's going to be tough for Itauma, because Itauma is one of those guys that's looking for patterns and he wants to explode.
Yeah, and
I never looked at Franklin as awkward, but I could see what you're saying. Like, it's something that throws people the fuck off. Like, yeah.
And so I got the odds up for this one. Like, the odds are pretty much disrespecting Franklin. Like, Itauma is a minus 2,400 favorite money line, and Franklin is plus 1140.
Can I give you a hot take too, Pat? Like,
damn.
And this is like a hot take that probably could get me in trouble. So thank you guys when I get fired. Are we 100% sure that like kind of fought the right guys at the right time? Like, how for real and confident do you guys feel about him, if we're being genuine?
Franklin or Itauma?
Itauma. I just probably said it wrong, but I'm saying, like, with Moses, like, he knocked out Dempsey McKean, a good guy that none of us thought he'd knock out super quick. And then he's gotten some good knockouts, but that version of Dillian White, like, that guy was done. I think that there's a lot of enthusiasm based on what he's doing, but if you sit down and you look at the opponents at the time he fought these opponents and the advantages he had, is he a little overrated?
I mean, it's still early in his career. Like, it's not like he's had like 20 some fights, like 20, 30 fights. Like, he still has like 13 fights or whatever, give or take. Like, I can't call him overrated just yet. You know, because
I think he's rated right where he needs to be.
Right.
But this is the fight that's going to let us know if he's truly like special. Like, will he end up being? Can this look like Cloud versus Campillo? Can this look like
that was a fade?
Yeah. Or can this look like something else?
Well, if he does him like Dempsey McKean, that would be crazy.
Yeah, like, I mean, this Franklin would tell me, like, because we all think Franklin is a quality fighter. So, like, if he goes in there and puts Franklin out in 1 or 2 rounds, I'm like, okay, then yeah, we got something there. But I also do think he does need a hard fight, because you can't just be just knocking all these guys over and then you don't have a little adversity in there. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, you need that. I mean,
my whole biggest thing is Franklin going to fight to win the fight and not just play a role where, he's kind of being competitive and he's not allowing you to do what you want. But he's fighting not to lose, but not fighting to win type shit.
I want to answer that. I think he's going to do that for the early part, and he could maybe get caught. But I think that there's a real fear I have that if Moses goes into 5, 6, or 7 and he hits that gas button, a young kid, assuming that they might be knocking stuff down, this fight could get weird and scary, because I think that what you said is what he's going to do. But I also think, knowing Franklin and the quality fighter he is, if he feels him starting to fatigue, he's going to pick it up. And I think that if they really did spar, he might pick up on some stuff, like some grunts and mannerisms. And I truly think this is a scary fight for him. And I feel like I feel like this is it's respectable that they're taking the fight, but this is a really hard fight.
And hopefully it's not a situation where Itauma, if he's forced to go rounds, all of a sudden he turns into David Price out of nowhere. Like, that would be a goddamn shame. So it's like,
But I don't think there's no one out there who could test him in this way that Franklin could test him. So I feel like you're getting like maybe 3 fights in one with this particular fight.
But
remember, if he wins and looks great, they're gonna give him 3 amount of times of props because of this shit.
Well, also because he's the UK premier heavyweight now, the young up and comer, and Turkey's new crown jewel. So especially the Ring magazine.
But there's no American equivalent either.
But the Ring magazine. The Ring magazine. You can tell that Turkey owns that shit and how they be pushing certain.
Yeah, they're gonna hype them out.
Yeah,
but you got to like.
No, I mean, no, it's of course. I mean, she gets it done.
Who else is popping like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Richard Torres could be. I think that if he gets the fights, I think he's a quality fighter, and I think that people really underestimate how good Richard is.
I can see that he's a big dude.
Yeah, see, Torres I still have questions. I'm like, I'm not sold on him completely just yet.
That's because we need the fights.
Yeah, we need the fights. Yeah.
All right, let me ask you this, cuz. Do you think Torres would have beaten everybody that Moses is beating?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
In possibly similar fashion.
Also true.
Now,
that's
Torres
why
to beat Franklin.
I don't know. That's why it's a good fight. But I think Torres versus Itauma is an amazing fight because they do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great fight.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Franklin's at the point where he's not a gatekeeper, but he's basically like, if you're gonna do something in this division, either you gotta maintain your position or actually you have to kind of beat him. Like no one has easily beaten Jermaine Franklin. So
you don't want him to settle into that Eddie Chambers type of.
He's an OG. Like, you don't want him to be doing OG. Like, he's like, yeah, man, I'll give you 10 rounds today. I'm off the couch. And he's pulling in, and
shout out to Eddie Chambers, man. Again,
it's like I feel like that Jermaine Franklin could give you a cool 40 rounds with a few breaks in between to like get water and stuff. But like when he's got his pace, he can just do like the way I can jog. I feel like Franklin can fight. Like he's so relaxed. I think that's his superpower, right? He doesn't like labor.
No, he does not. Even when he's out of shape. I mean, you could tell when he was out of shape in his last fight, he couldn't take advantage of like the openings that he saw, and that's what it is though. But yeah, he doesn't burn himself out like that which is very important for any fighter in any division, even especially a heavyweight. So it's like that's definitely a play. That's why I'm saying like he has a good set of skills. He just needs to put it all together in one good performance to get him buzzing.
Can you give him a ring gang nickname?
Heavyweight buzzing.
What's the ring gang nickname for Jermaine Franklin?
Andre Miller.
That's actually a pretty accurate. Raymond Felton.
Probably didn't even think twice about that.
Basic game. He's well run, with everything, but not special.
Okay, well, I gotta go, guys, but I appreciate you.
Oh, he's quick. Yeah, no, salute to Lukey though. But yeah, before we get up here, let me read the rest of the odds for Itauma-Franklin. Itauma decision plus 310. Well, that might be a pick. Itauma KO minus 330. Draw plus 2500. Franklin decision 20 plus 2700. And Franklin KO plus 1400. So again, this might be truly disrespectful to Franklin at this point because he's not coming in as like a late replacement or anything like that. He's had a training camp. So
all right, so is the 2-leg parlay of the weekend gonna be Thurman by KO and Moses by decision?
Yeah, I would go with that. Yes.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that'll definitely be one of my parlays. That's good because that's like one of the parlays that makes sense to me.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. But then I feel like You could do some Thurman joints on your own too.
Yeah, like there's gonna be at least 3 or 4 type of parlays I'm putting in there, but there's definitely gonna be a parlay for Itauma decision and a Thurman KO. Like there's like them odds are too wild for me not to get them paired up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
They ain't even put it. The last time I checked, they ain't even have the Thurman fight on the Hard Rock yet. I'm like, nigga, like y'all had Moses the Franklin up there for months.
Yo, it's kind of crazy, yo. It sucks though that you're at the mercy of your local. You and Roma at the mercy at your local casino. Y'all can't do the app, so that's and the casino ain't be lunching too much on fights that they should be.
Florida, bro, I'm telling you, like.
Well, bro, like you know, if you need if they don't have it up by like let's say Thursday, Friday, just let me know, send me some money, and I'll put in some bets for you.
Yeah, no doubt. I was already like in my head planning that shit. Like, yeah, I'm at to holla at this nigga. This is some because those odds, like, man, shit, like, yeah, I got definitely hop on that. But well, what else is happening this Saturday or in boxing or whatnot?
No, I mean, Lukey already plugged in the ShowBox card. I mean, the ProBox card.
ProBox card.
Yeah, so yeah, like
it's a pretty good weekend of boxing. Like,
yeah, so yeah, no, we need more of those. And I mean, truthfully, I mean, there's boxing like at least for the next 5 weeks, like significant boxing every for the next 5 weeks. So we need, and ProBox is actually showing more cards, so it's actually good. Like. There's actually there's a good supplement at least with the Pro Box and the regular card. So, boxing. We just need bigger fights to kind of come to fruition now.
See, but Pro Box is doing its part. It's the other organizations that need to do their part. If Pro Box is making the biggest fight a Pro Box can make, then y'all niggas need to give us the biggest fights y'all can make because y'all don't have any, and this goes back to this just goes back to what I'm saying about boxing needs to like unanimously decide what's the fight. And on the flip side of that, boxing has to get out of its own way because low key we kind of unanimously decided that Boots and Ortiz was the fight. We're nowhere near closer to that.
Right.
So we don't even have another big fight that's there.
Well, there's Haney Rolly and whatever you want to say. But I will
Haney Garcia is the next one.
Boots Zayas is like they might be coming to fruition. Boots Zayas, hopefully that don't fall apart. And now people are trying to make it bigger than Ortiz because it has 2 belts on the line. So
it's not bigger than Ortiz. We just started giving a damn about Xander Zayas now.
Right. Because
like, bro, you don't get that. Is it a
Zayas got 2 belts?
Yes.
The thing is, Zayas got 2 belts, 23 Puerto Rican. It's a bigger fight in the East Coast, probably.
I mean, it's still a good fight, nigga. It's a good, but it's not better than Ortiz Boots. Like, let's just That's like that's the fight we've been asking for years, and now like
but now I've seen the narrative. People say Zayas and Boots is a better fight now. They're trying to boots lickers.
Zayas looked great one fucking night, and now niggas is like he's a better fight. Like
it's not a better fight. It's not.
I'll say this: it's the best constellation prize you could fucking get.
Yeah.
If somebody promised you a fucking oxtail pizza, and they said, "Hey man, sorry about that. We don't have no more oxtail pizzas, but we'll give you oxtail nachos." You'll be upset, but you'll be like,
"Yeah, I understand.
I understand, sir. That come with guacamole or sour cream. So that's what that is. So yeah, nigga, I was thinking the oxtail sub, but I was like, you know what, nachos, nigga, switch it up.
Yeah. Like I said, hopefully like I said, more big fights will come from. I mean, it's still early in the year, so like hopefully they'll start being signed, and they'll no longer just be like rumors.
Don Smith Puello was officially officially announced, so that's cool.
Well, it's a good fight. It's not a big fight, but it's a good fight.
It's not a big fight.
Yeah, it's a good fight. Not a big fight, but a good fight. But yeah, okay. So Haney Garcia is the next biggest fight then. So that's that's the fight collectively as boxing. I think we need to have this year. If Haley Rowley,
the rematch, right?
Yeah, the rematch. Yeah, of course.
The rematch, of course.
Yeah, because now that they're both welterweight champions, it's probably the de facto big fight of the year. I mean,
winner fights Rowley.
Yeah.
Hey, what if
I know, right?
What if Rolly gets his Mayorga moment? People are trying to compare him to against Fort. It'd be kind of cool. It ain't happening, but you never know.
See, Rolly needs to go fight his goddamn Mando and stay out of these fucking fights. I can't stand that he's actually in these fights. Like, he is. Like, go fight your fucking Mando.
Ain't Ryan Garcia, sorry ass.
Yeah.
If he would have beat fucking Ryan Rolly,
Rolly beating Ryan.
Talking about this shit.
Rolly beating Ryan has legitimized Rolly, whether you like it or not. Now people.
That's what I'm saying. Like it still makes Ryan look bad, but the thing is, everybody's giving Ryan more like he had an off night instead of you're fucking trash. Like, like come on, nigga. Like, is it an off night or? Trash wasn't as trash that night. What is it?
Right.
Ain't that what's that Jadakiss line? Like a nigga half whack, a nigga half nice is almost half whack.
I mean, that shot, other than Pat and certain people, that did shoot Rolly some bail in terms of some grace of of him being a threat. Just because.
But then he got his ass whooped by the other nigga Pat don't like. So
exactly.
Like what the fuck, man? Like but I get it, but that's Ryan's fault. But yeah, Ryan Garcia Haney's the next biggest fight, and it needs to be the one that's touted. Like that's the fight that needs to be on Netflix. So I hate the fact that Jake Paul now he's getting into the MMA lane, and now like they taking up fucking spots from boxing. Like y'all niggas get it together, yo.
Yeah, no. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, like I mean, as long as Haney beats fucking Rolly and unifies the belts or whatever, yeah. Ryan Garcia is, like I said, that's the biggest fight because I mean it's gonna be heated. There's gonna be a build up. There's gonna be fuckery. It's gonna be sold out. There's no question about that. It's gonna buzz hard. Like these are like I mean then there's gonna be a lot of racism too. There'll be an increase in racism again. So. Yeah, it has all the characteristics of a super fight, for better for worse.
And it need to be on the like if you're gonna maximize Haney Garcia rematch, like it's either Netflix or like a Prime pay-per-view or something. On the Zone, that shit is like.
Well, it definitely won't be on. It can't be on Prime because it's like due to this. So, I mean, it'll either be Netflix, or the Zone pay-per-view. Like,
pray for Netflix because man, like the Zone just saying. I know everybody on the Zone, but if they're not gonna spend the money to promote these fights and get them on ESPN, damn top 10 and all that shit, and circulate through the big accounts. It makes no sense, man. Like y'all gotta really treat that shit like a bigger fight.
Where at least Netflix because Netflix famously only does events, and this is the type of fight they would go for, because
that's what I'm saying. It's like, and I'd rather a fight like this where two guys are in their prime, and it's the biggest fight. Like it already has a history, a story. Like just give it to us. Pause.
Has a lot of fuckery, yeah. No, so yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Sell it too.
Right.
Hey, any music shows this week or anything? Or we just one and done in it, or what we doing?
Probably one and done this week because this is good. I have a busy rest of the week though, but of course, I'll get the other stuff going, and then we'll probably go through. I'll probably link up with the guy for the interviews again, just to see because I know I was supposed to get back to him, but then fighters were kind of looking for opponents and shit like that. So yeah, definitely got. And then
try to see with the interview, and I'll try to create another type of solo battle or not solo battle, song battle. I mean not song, album battle, album because I've been going through some shit. I got a good ladies matchup that we could fuck with. I got a good group matchup we could fuck with. So yeah, I might have some heat. Like,
Yeah, and also I do have a Forgotten Fades article, which is currently in production right now. So it's I'm actively working on it. So yeah, because we need, and I told LB this is one he'll definitely like.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it. Like shit, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we gotta bring back another episode where we do we watch a Forgotten Fate. So
before we do Nakatani and Hernandez again. Yeah, absolutely.
Before that Nakatani joint. Yeah, definitely. So,
and I'll look because I know Lukey's like if I can find Herrera and fucking Kareem Mayfield, because I know that's probably gonna be hard to find. I know back in the days it would be easier to find, but if I find that, then I'm like, okay, Lukey, I found this, yo.
You'll find Herrera Pavardika before you find that.
Yeah, facts. And that was on fucking.
There was somebody who beat Kareem Mayfield. I'm trying to think who was it. Was it Algeria or somebody who the dude that lost to Algeria leading up to their fight? I can't remember the name, but they was doing like a little round robin at the time.
Yeah, Delorme beat him. Emmanuel Taylor beat him.
Emmanuel Taylor, that's who it was who beat him. Yeah, I remember that fight.
Yeah,
Friday night fight.
Yeah.
Good episode, y'all. Like, yeah, this is nice.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, like I said, we'll definitely have some content, and who knows? There might be there might be a chance for maybe, if LB, unless you want to do like go solo again during the week, if you can, we'll see.
Might go live or something, or if I get some training in or some shit, but you know what it is, gang.
Absolutely, though. But yeah, shout out to Lukey for joining us, dropping some insight on a couple of previews. But yeah, for myself, Pat Scorpio, New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the Go artist, for King People Dagobah, and for Conscious Pilot, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.